All right, hello everybody. Welcome back once again here today for our OCE match of the evening. I'm Palidore, PAMWOW casting beside me, and we've got Breach and Clear versus Leviathan on the way. So PAMWOW, thanks for joining, and how's it going?
I'm going pretty good and very excited as well because we actually had a recent match with Leviathan. We saw against Mozzies and I mean also the Four Horsemen who neigh. Also
Yes.
about that. So this one round that's been taken from Leviathan, I feel like that's kind of what we've been talking about within our recent games with the kind of the blood in the water. Now all the sharks are swimming around, they smell the blood, and they're going for their attacks here. And Breach and Clear, certainly a formidable opponent. And also, just a quick note, I heard in the comms here, I'm pretty sure the stream didn't hear it, but Cosmu, it was either Cosmu or Soggy Bunnings who have just left a nice comment there for me. So I love you too, Cosmu and Soggy Bunnings. I'm sorry I couldn't tell who left the comment, but yeah.
Well, speaking of comments, very nice, and seeing some more of that in the Twitch chat coming in. We got Pyro Games, UK, Cyanide VR, who has been a regular here with us on these late night streams. I know Cyanide, one of long time players ever since the at least the release. Beta, I do believe, a PC though, right, Cyanide? I know you were right there for release and one of the long-standing players, but also being known, making himself known here on the streams and on venues as well. I know attending those. I heard from Nightfire. They're kind of watch buddies there at the venues parties, so that's kind of fun. But yeah, I see Mighty Quinn as well, Jay Giselle, and welcome to the stream. Good to see all of you here. And yeah, there you go.
Great to see everyone in the chat.
Cyanide Day 1 beta of 2017. Same.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought so, but you know, had to confirm. Only so many of us left.
Yep, and both teams readying up here. Great to see everyone in the chat as well. Everyone in their teams for a start off here. Hopefully it remains like that for this game, but we're going to be heading into the first joust of the first round. And oh, nope, there's the caster's curse.
What have you done?
I mean, I kind of just said hopefully it stays like that, and we've already got something going on here. So
this is not how it was supposed to be.
Hey, more echo overtime. What are we saying?
Echo overtime.
Echo overtime.
Welcome back to it. This is second day in a row, third of the last week or so. That's all right. This is becoming a thing. I like it.
Yeah. So welcome back to the podcast, and I feel like something that we could potentially talk about here is Leviathan's current status. I mean, they are doing obviously very well within this league, currently undefeated. But I feel like upcoming teams like Breach and Clear, the Four Horsemen, and Mozzies as well. Yeah, not taking any credit away from other teams as well, like Pineapples and Blazing Claws and others. But yeah, I feel like Breach and Clear definitely have been improving over the past few weeks. And you actually mentioned earlier in one of our previous games that if you don't keep an eye out on teams like Breach and Clear are constantly improving, they can come out to bite you while you're on top.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've seen this from multiple teams across the weeks and across recently as well. I mean, Breach and Clear doing a good job to improve week by week. Leviathan holding strong, but as you said, they were already, forced into a unusual situation, which is to say being beat in a round just yesterday. And it's obviously, going to be a story. And we've seen Joker losing their round there. We saw even a couple hours ago we had Frostbite and Ignite, and Ignite taking the first round against Frostbite, taking them off guard. It's really a case if you don't show up, firing on all cylinders, yeah, there will be another team not far behind that's ready to clamp down and upset you.
Yep, and also taking a look at the team here for Breach and Clear, haven't seen Silveridge in one of these games, and as I say that, he
what have you done? Stop talking.
Everything I'm saying, I'll stop. I'm muting my mic. I'm going.
What?
Oh no.
The second now, this was a thing the other week when what was it? Chop. Well, right now you're really chopping up these teams to pieces. Yeah. So the first launch sort of underway. I don't expect this to take. Looks like it's not the case, but
I'm not sure if they'll go for a 3-pointer here. They're waving at him to stop. Luigi Logic is in the goals, waving his arms around, stop the game, stop, and kind of a gentleman's agreement here. They've got the disc on bow tie. Not sure if Cosmo will go for a sneaky shot here. He's doing 360s. I don't think he will, and that's going to be the technical timeout making its way there yet again. And welcome back to Echo Overtime.
Yeah. Echo Overtime. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna get it. I think that doesn't technically. I mean, the game did start, but if the reset button was pressed before that launch, maybe. I mean, the crash occurred before the clock actually started, so.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that Silverage is back.
Yeah, great news. To the Twitch chat right there, Agent Victoria saying Palidore doesn't sleep. Kind of, sort of correct. I just sleep at odd hours. I saw John Tejada there, yeah, saying middle of the night for him. Showed when I played on a clip. Well, see, the thing is, funny thing, well, most of the Sunday matches, that's when they always occurred back at the ESLs every Sunday as we start round one, maybe finally. PAMWOW say nothing. But yes, fun fact. No! Just about all of my Sundays were basically on 4 or 5 hours of sleep. I actually played oddly better when I was really tired, it seemed like. But nonetheless, it's going to be a first round started, so we're underway. No caster's curse. Here we go. Real zeros with a disc.
And Real Zeros, bit of an odd clear there. It had a few awkward bounces, and that's going to make its way into the hands of Breaching Clear, who go for a slap there. Luigi Logic now. Luigi would usually see him in the midsection going for the funnel action, just bringing that disc back to his team, but went a bit aggressive there. Now the regrabs are going to have to make their way back, and although he's not going to grab the disc straight away, and that might result in the Real Zeros just punishing that and finding that long shot.
And he does, and inverted himself right as he got the grab, and just for a little extra flash and flare. No goalie in place, but you know what? The goal is in place. So 3 points in the first minute. And yeah, we started. It's officially the first round start. I'm happy.
And I'm scared to say it again, but I'll say it anyway. Silverage, it's the first time I've been actually seeing him play within this team, and so they've substituted us Sergeant and Agent Victoria here with Luigi Logic and Silverage. Now, Luigi is also he's incredible with his goalkeeping. We've seen it within a lot of his previous games, so it'll be interesting to see what Silverage actually brings to the team here, because I've never had the pleasure of seeing him within these games, but at the moment a lot of you can see that Luigi Logic definitely fulfilling his role as the just kind of the backup situation here for Breaching Clear. Yeah,
we saw Breaching Clear, Luigi Logic not playing, I should say, the other day, and yeah, good to see Luigi back. Familiar faces, of course, and you know, that stalwart defender, as we say. Every match, he's always doing some work somewhere defensively. Usually pretty early on. I think we usually say it, and then within a couple of minutes of the first rounds, I mean, he's without fail does something good. But Leviathan here with the first 3 points, and there's Soggy Bunning with a snag, but right back, it's Cosmo with it.
Yeah, double steal there, and Cosmo now looking for a pass here through to Emerald, and Emerald just barely missing that, and that might result in Bloomy shots going for a clear here. They're taking their time now. That clear wasn't what you'd want to see, especially with a one-on-one situation. The Real Zeros was definitely there for the punish, and that's going to result in V Emerald with the disc now looking for a potential setup, but the intercept coming from Bloomy shots, and yet again Kopesh with another intercept. It's back and forth here. It's just constant intercepts.
I was gonna ask, maybe we're playing some Trennis down there, it looked like, but Emerald with a disc back, sending it to Real Zeros. The defense kind of out of position here. Could be some numbers unfolding. So there's 3, maybe a 3-on-1, 3-on-2 at the goal. Off the backboard, it does go. Leviathan got them the 6 points here off a just nice triangle series of passes.
A beautiful bounce shot there. Unfortunate miss save there coming from Breaching Clear. And it definitely shows how important maintaining your possession is. I mean, if you're just going to go for passes that are just prone for failure, not prone to it, just it's welcoming failure. I mean, if you're passing it to a teammate who has 2 players on him, it's definitely not going to look good, because a stun and a steal is all it's going to take just to turn the tides back on you. But regardless, Leviathan with a 6-point lead and with possession here in close to the midsection.
Yeah, and Cosmo now backing it out towards that bubble. Kopesh taking it away. See, Agent Victoria saying OCE isn't boring over there in the Twitch, at least, and Cyanide saying, yeah, it's quite entertaining. I agree. I cannot stop spouting the praises or sometimes the intrigue. Like I said, sometimes the interesting is good, sometimes the interesting is a little bit iffy, but either way, it's interesting. And Emerald here trying to make this a match here with some more points as Luigi Logic. There he is with the grab and the clear.
And Luigi Logic avoiding Leviathan stuns coming in from then. He's done well to avoid that and set the pass there for his team. And that long shot might make its way off the backboard, but the grab's coming in and VRML going to quickly pin that one down and set it back there to Cosmo. And Cosmo now with the right clear, the clear through the right tunnel and now breaching clear under some pressure here.
And now bouncing towards the bottom, there's a stack coming in, swooping is Kopesh and finding maybe a goal had not been for Luigi just in the place, so sends it out towards that tunnel. See Cam Jam also in the chat now. Welcome to it. And here's Real Zeros with a disc.
And the Real Zero is doing what he loves to do best on the floor, just dancing and jamming and passing it there to Cosmo. And Cosmo, the pass nearly got intercepted there, but he found the Real Zeros, and the Real Zeros finding those 2 points inside the goal.
I'm surprised that squeaked through. That looked like could have been a grab, and Luigi Logic even on the shot attempt almost saved it. But 8 points nonetheless, Leviathan.
Yeah, and 5 minutes still left in this round here, and an 8-point lead seems like much, but a 3-pointer coming here to breaching clear can definitely just... I feel like the points on the scoreboard can feel like an illusion sometimes, you know? Like, at the moment, it's like, oh, it's an 8-point lead, but, you know, 3 points and then another 2, and it's, oh, wow, it's already, you only need 3 points to get back in the game. Like, it's definitely something that someone would call an illusion, but... let's just see if Breaching Clear can unmask this illusion as they attempt to make it a play on goal, but the intercept's coming here from Leviathan.
Yeah, trying to work their magic indeed. We actually saw that yesterday, right, with that match versus Leviathan and Four Horsemen, where late match runs from Four Horsemen, even though they weren't able to win the match there, they still made some good runs, and we saw the leads disappearing within just a couple minutes span when it looked like it was maybe over already. Nope, just right back in it to win it. Soggy Bunning snags. Not a hitch, not a snag. That is a shot.
Soggy Bunnings with an amazing long shot there. Kind of rolled off the bottom of the backboard and just made its way in, and the regrabs weren't there on time. And yeah, what a shot there. And I feel like that's something that can be noted here from these games. I feel like the regrabs certainly have improved across the board after looking at all these OCE games. I feel like players are certainly getting to the disc at a lot quicker rate. And as I say that, a shot taken at the target there, but barely missing that to the right from Leviathan. And as I was saying, these regrabs making their way at a lot faster rate. It's great to see across the board.
Yeah, now handing it off. That's some nice patience being shown there. Now Emerald, same thing. Look at these short-range passes. Beautifully done and executed here by Leviathan as they go for that backboard shot again. It's Real Zeros. 7 meters deep on that one. 10-3 lead, but man, I really like those passes. They were well executed.
Yeah, definitely showing how maintaining your position can lead to points. As we see here, I mean, the Real Zeros just has done really well with that backboard shot there, and widening the gap for 7 points here with Leviathan lead. And now they're looking for a play here, breaching clear. Pass to the left, but Silveridge is going to get stunned out there, and Luigi Logic is going to recover that and set it up again. It's going to bounce off Pac-Man. And now that might be Leviathan under some pressure here. The stun coming there from Silveridge, and Silveridge might find a point here, but it's going to ding right off to the left. And it's going to find its way back into the hands of Leviathan.
I did a good job to get the initial stun and steal back on that disc, but then kind of didn't really know where to go next with it. I think was the problem. Rushed the shot a little bit, but that said, still staying in it. Some good stacks and speed being shown from Breach and Clear here. Now need to put on the defensive clamps, get that disc back here, not let any more scores go through. They still might have a chance as Cosmo collects it, loses it off the wall. There's Silveridge with a slap clear.
Silveridge definitely making a name for himself. Yeah, I mean, he did very well with that shot there, just barely missing, and he's finding these recoveries and definitely setting up his team for some points. Yeah, and that bounce nearly making its way into the goal, but it's going to hover right through to the left, and the stun coming in there from Leviathan. Cosmo looking for the disc, but Bloom is going to find it first, and that a bit of a miss shot there, and that's going to be the Real Zeros with the disc going for a pass here through to the left, and Kopesh going for a clear.
And will be successful as it bounces a few different times off the wall, off the back, and right to the opposite side. These are what those long clears. As a big stack comes through for the steal, but couldn't convert on a shot. That's what those long kind of wall clears will do. It gives your stack time to potentially rebound that disc and get it back, because we've seen in these games recently, right, where if they throw it directly down center on the clears, oftentimes it's going to find that deep backliner on the intercept.
And now the Real Zeros here are looking for a potential play here. Might go for a pass up to Cosmo, who's making his way into the goals, but he's going to take it a step back and go for a long shot. The Real Zeros, what an insane shot there.
Yeah, well coordinated and timed there on the communication, obviously. Bothering the goalie, running that body blocking, the interference, and opening themselves up for that lovely 3. Real Zeros, that's yet again the second 3 at least. He had that also 7-meter shot that was that 2-pointer, but I mean, really just firing off here on offense is Real Zeros.
Yeah, definitely showing great awareness here for the whole team of Leviathan. I mean, the Real Zero is just taking a step back, analyzing the situation. Hey, I can see that Luigi has just been stunned out by my team, who are also been very aware in this situation. I might just take this long shot and go for it. And that's exactly what he did, and found that those 3 points. And now we can see Leviathan with a 10-point lead here in the final 15 seconds of this round. And that might be Leviathan, that will be Leviathan taking away this first round.
Yeah, 13-3, going for one more. Cloud, boop shot rather, as it goes right back to the midfield, slung by Soggy. And that's going to do it, yeah, for the first round, 13-3. And quick note as well, I mentioned this to PAMWOW just before it started, since I love these OCE games so much, and since I want to use you as my lab rats a little bit now, at the end of this match, whether it's round 2 or 3, give you a little peek at the new win animation that I made that may or may not lag out and crash the stream. So I'm going to wait till the very end to do it. But yes, that'll be coming up soon. And yeah, to the score screen, however, we shall go. Promise.
And,
there we go.
Yeah.
Maybe. Uh-oh. Whoa, where's my stats?
It's all right. I am your stats. So
this is not
I
good.
mean, yeah, it's all right. So I mean, obviously not all right, but like I can work with this. I mean, looking at the gameplay overall here, I mean, breaching clear, you've got Soggy, Bunnings, and Bloomy shots who have definitely. I mean, we saw a great shot coming there from Soggy. Like it was at the midsection, it bounced off the lower end of the trench there, making its way into the goals. That was an insane long shot. But aside from that, definitely Bloomy and Silveridge putting in work in their aggressive side, and Luigi Logic has saved quite a few goals already and made well to pin a few, but obviously wasn't able to pin most of them, as the Real Zeros finding quite a few bounce shots there within that game, as well as Cosmo and VRML also putting in work, and the passes coming across the board here from Leviathan certainly maintaining their possession and just doing well within a lot of these situations. And now we're going to be heading into this second round.
Yeah, and just for posterity, I'll bring up the score screen there so the stream can see that later. But on the good news, I've seen this happen twice now since the API update. I'm pretty sure, although I'm not the expert here, as Ignite is, wow, look at that shot though from Cosmo. That was such a tough angle too. Got a good angle on that. I'm going to replay that and look at it myself, because that deserves some admiration.
Yeah, I got to take off my glasses, wipe them, put them back on. I don't have glasses,
Wow,
but I still need to, because I need to get glasses, because that shot was quite insane. I didn't even understand. I couldn't comprehend how that one actually went in.
Yeah, tough angle. But back to what I was saying, though, I think I know what it is. It was the restarts at the very, very beginning of a match. It seems to mess with the stat puller. So note to self, hopefully get that fixed. And timely, because I was saying these streams are kind of my testing grounds anyway. So I guess inadvertently, there's the ding off the barrier. That's the 3rd time I've heard it. Doesn't happen often. Apparently, if you hit a certain point, it will ding. Still unusual to me. It throws me off.
And the Real Zero is going to be grabbing that disc and going for the clear, but breaching clear, finding it in the end. Bloomy shots, taking a long shot there from outside the bubble, went for the backboard, but bounced a bit to the left there. And Leviathan finding it in the end. The Real Zeros here, a nice back pass there, and looking for a better play here. I mean, he doesn't want to just clear it out and make it go back into the hands of breaching clear, but the regrabs are coming in, setting up Cosmo here, and Cosmo making well with that play there. Found the stun on Luigi, went for the disc again, but the clear is coming in from BNC, and they're gonna find a nice setup here on the left.
Oh, looks like a slight misread on where that disc was going, so could not grab it, however, even though they were there first. So that's a kind of a tough miss, as Emerald retakes it here, going to the left tunnel, just past the reach of Cosmo, but Real Zeros is also there. Oh, nice! A swoop in from Soggy out of nowhere. He's going to launch that off now into the bubble.
Yeah, and Soggy definitely has done very well this game. I feel like yeah, he's been inserting a lot of pressure, as we can see here, just making his way up to Leviathan there. That disc might bounce off the board there. I thought it may have, but the regrab's coming in. The Real Zero is looking for a potential player, passing it up to Emerald, who was on the nest but pushed his way down and got stolen off of there by Bloomy, who did well there and cleared it out through to the midsection.
And there first, anyone's guess, looks like Kopesh is going to slap that near, that hadn't been for that island anyways, could have gone towards that bubble, that barrier, but will still collect it eventually. Real Zero's now trying to find the right pass, the right player, spinning through, but getting stunned instead. And back to Soggy here. Unfortunate clear that's going to bounce to the left side.
And that's going to be the Real Zeros looking for another play here, making use of that missed pass there, coming from Soggy, and Cosmu just finding that inside shot for 2 points.
Yeah, nice hit off that. Really threw it with some force. Just small little errors there, right? Some great defense from Breach and Clear, but then the kind of unlikely clear, bouncing off the tiny little post here, and all that's just going to do them in for the points. But otherwise, everything up until that point played pretty well here from Breach and Clear.
Yeah, but that's definitely something that they need to be considering here with their gameplay. I feel like these passes, they need to be up to the standard of, as we can see, Leviathan working together. I mean, if you aren't able to make these passes complete, if you aren't able to make these proper clears, it's just going to be Leviathan with their constant attacks. But Luigi doing well to keep that one out of the goals and sending it right through to the middle. But Kopesh is just waiting there to funnel it back. But the regrab's coming in, and Silveridge finding that stun and setting up potentially here. The regrabs are coming in. Can they find a response here? Breach and Clear, but a bit of an overshot, and then not going to find the disc immediately, but now Bloomy Shot's looking for a potential play.
Yeah, trying to look for those passes and just taken off guard, kind of turned around and then suddenly saw a blue player right up in the grill there. So not what you want to see when you're on offense with the disc, but they're gonna get it back off of some good bothersome defense here in the midfield. But you know what? Same for Leviathan. Now they have control for at least the moment.
Yeah, and the Real Zero's taking his time here. He tends to do this a lot. He plays off the roof and on the floor, and he'll take a step back if it means he gets to set up for a potential play here. And a bit of a 360 there on the floor, went for the evade there, but that's going to be Breach and Clear finding the end. Soggy Bunnings sending it up. He might pass back down to the. He might find the rebound, slap off the backboard. It's going to bounce, but ding, and that's going to be the Real Zero's. A great setup there from Breach and Clear, but just barely missing the goal.
Oh, that hurts, man. It's so close to that score. Now just a rebound and a goal the other end to Cosmu. 6 points for Leviathan. All these small things. I mean, you had that clear off the post. You had that near miss, that ding off the other side where just an inch closer could have been in it. I mean, halfway through this round, Breach and Clear is doing very well to hold Leviathan to 6. And, you know, you feel like, you know, flip a coin, something went different. It could be 2-6 or 4-6 right now.
Yeah, and a difference that I'm noting here, where it might just hold that on for a second there, because Bloomy Shot's making his way to the goal for the stun there, but the slap coming in, but didn't quite find its way in the goals, and Leviathan looking for a counterplay here. I mean, the regrabs are going to be coming from Breach and Clear, which is what you like to see, but Leviathan holding onto this disc, not letting go of it just yet. They're going to take their time with this attack now. VRML getting stolen off there from Soggy, and Soggy might find a play here.
Yeah, nice stun. Oh, the Dusty trails and sending it over there, trying to mail it in to the goal, but couldn't find it. Up now, high to, not Loveridge, Silveridge. Shout out Loveridge, though, from Kangarillas. Love ya. But over here, it's Bloomy Shots eyeing down the pass. They got the shoulder, they got the nest. Nice positioning, going for that nest, and you know the rest. Silveridge, that was gold. 6-2 on the board.
Exactly what we want to be seeing here, coming from Breach and Clear. Beautiful passing across the board, and gave Leviathan a bit of a taste of their own medicine there. I feel like they're all set up, and great plays across the board. You also love to see the Dusty coming there from Soggy. It's also great to scream out loud, so keep doing it.
I used it over in the American games earlier. I don't think people knew what I meant, but they'll know. It's a phrase, and I'm determined to make that exist in every single region for the rest of all times.
Yeah, VRML making use of his surroundings there, doing 360s across all the blocks and all the shields, and just maneuvered his way inside the bubble, and wow, just found those 2 points.
Really impressed here from Breach and Clear. Nonetheless, I mean, Leviathan, they're ahead by 6 with 3 minutes left, but, you know, again, coming against an undefeated team who recently bled a little bit, and when you look at the historical stats, I mean, Breach and Clear is doing very well to hold Leviathan to just 8 points.
Yeah, and I feel like something a difference that I'm noting between these two teams, something that can also further improve Breach and Clear's efforts here, is that when Leviathan are attacking, you can definitely feel the pressure coming from their team. They send at least 3 members there, and they're constantly aggro on the defense side. But as we can see here, this pressure can get to Breach and Clear, but when Breach and Clear go for their attacks, I feel like a few of the times it was only Soggy Bunnings and Silveridge looking for plays. It was only 2 members, and I felt like they were overwhelmed quite a lot of times, which is why we weren't able to see a lot of shots coming in. As I say, that Cosmu finding an inside shot there for 2 points.
Had to work hard for it, but eventually, I mean, enough tries at the goal, you're going to get it. So the intercept turning back into another attempt, turning into another set of points. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in this second round. Down by 8, Breach and Clear trying to make a run late.
Yep, and Soggy Bunnings looking for a play here through to the left tunnel, but both of those members going to get stunned out there. The regrabs aren't going to make their way, and that's going to be the Real Zeros playing on the roof yet again, looking for a play, getting stunned out, and Soggy Bunnings looking for a play here. They've got 3 members along his side. But that's going to be Leviathan making well of that disc there in the defense section and setting it up for a potential counterplay off the backboard, dinging off, nearly found its way in there, but Bloomy Shots is there to recover it and going for a clear through to the right tunnel.
Yes, you can see what Breach and Clear was going for, similar to what Leviathan pulled out earlier, where they go and bother the goalie to open up a 3-point attempt, because it is late and a 3 would have been very good for them, but just a little bit fast on the throw. So I like the idea. The execution wasn't quite there, but you still like the fact that they made the right conceptual play to try and make it happen. And Luigi Logic making the same thing happen that happens every week. Save, save, save. This guy is a coupon collector.
I was actually gonna note it was a great play from the Leviathan goalkeeper there, but I wasn't able to see the name, and I went to check on the map to see which number it was, but then I see, hey, 3 of those players have the same numbers, so I couldn't pinpoint the credibility to one single person. But regardless, Kopesh with the disc out, passing it down there to Emerald making his way inside the goal, went for the back shot. Woo. But Silveridge there getting that rebound and sending it for a clear, but might make its way back into the hands of Leviathan.
It does, and look at that. Quickly on the communication, knew where to put it to the bow tie, just sent it right behind on the grab. They're going to get another one here. There's Real Zeros, the actual number 0, 00. Everyone else just infringing on his copyright, but can't copy that. Well, maybe you can, because it's 12-2. Over and out. Leviathan looking good in round 2.
Yeah, the Leviathan definitely are showing that then they are a force to be reckoned with. I mean, if they haven't already, the Real Zeros definitely are making a lot of good plays across the board, but especially across the roof. I mean, we saw those 360s coming in, just completely maneuvering around the entire defense of Breach and Clear. It's although it's disheartening to see it, these Breach and Clear definitely did put up a good fight here, and they had quite a few good plays. But I mean, that pass play that we saw earlier in this round, I mean, that was definitely a spark there. And I feel like if we can keep utilizing the possession and make plays like that, you can definitely see more points being found and more rounds being won against teams like Leviathan. But regardless, Leviathan taking home this one.
Absolutely. And well, real quick, let me see. I'm gonna try this one out. Hopefully nothing crashes or lags too hard, but let's see. This will be usually played directly after rounds end here. But okay, boom, going for it. No lagarinos. Hey, no lagarinos. Boom. Okay,
hey.
It worked very nicely. So there you go.
That's nice.
Yeah, and
I like that.
Even got
That's
the
nice.
old music playing there. But anyway,
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm glad it worked. I'm glad nothing crashed. Test successful, game successful here for Leviathan. Still putting in a lot of good work, though, like you said, was Breach and Clear. So we're going to go to the score screen, which hopefully exists now with some stats, and it does, in fact. So, hey, how about that?
Hey. And yeah, just taking a look at these stats here, we've got Cosmi with 8 points, 2 assists, a save, 3 steals, and 20 stuns. And Kopesh with 3 points and 12 stuns. The Real Zeros, who definitely made a name for himself here, if he hasn't already, with 12 points, 5 assists, 4 saves, 1 steal, 36 stuns. And VRML here with an assist, a save, and 19 stuns. Great passing coming across the board here from Leviathan. They definitely had quite a few good plays here. I mean, and also just bringing light to the Real Zeros again. I mean, I really
You have
like
to.
that. Yeah, I mean, I really like that pace back he took from outside the bubble. I believe it was in the first round here, and just the awareness coming from across the board from Team Leviathan. They went to pressure the goalkeeper, and the Real Zero is just utilizing this time that he has and just taking the pace back and making that long shot. And it's great to see that chemistry coming along with Leviathan. But yeah, on the other side here, we've got Breach and Clear, Bloomy Shots, who found a save, 3 steals and 26 stuns. Silver Ridge, right?
Love Ridge.
I hadn't seen a lot of these games with him, but he definitely fits in very well. I mean, across the board with Breach and Clear, the chemistry is it's definitely there, and Silver Ridge definitely has performed well within this game. I mean, finding 2 points, a save, and 12 stuns. And Soggy bunning snags with those 3-pointer that we saw earlier, that massive long shot. I mean, that was insane. The assist, the 3 saves, and 4 steals and 37 stuns. And Luigi Logic with 5 saves. That's something expected at this time. I mean, Luigi Logic finding 1 million saves per game. It's great to see as well. And the 3 stuns.
I know. What's up with that, Luigi? 1 million saves per game. Only 5 this time? You're bringing down your average, man.
Yeah, I know. Something's going on.
Yeah, well, a lot of great grabs there. I mean, yeah, saw the debut of Silver Ridge, like you said. Soggy doing what he does, which is to say just incredibly bothersome in a good way, though. In the midfield, just all over the place, always causing turnovers, getting scores and steals and stuns and all of the above. I mean, you can see just leading a lot of categories there. I am kind of in awe, though, over Real Zeros and the game he had, because when you're talking about leading the match, all 8 players here leading the match in the points, you're leading the match in assists, you're almost leading the match in the saves. I mean, second best there with 4, and then almost again in stuns, just one less stun than the game high. So I mean, that is a massive stat line for Real Zeros as well, having himself quite the incredible match. But yeah, that was fun. I think all in all, if you look at this stat sheet, round 1, 13-2. Okay, you look at round 2, 12-2. Just for putting into context, looking at recent matches for Leviathan. I mean, barring the possible forfeits maybe in there. I mean, we're still seeing these matches prior weeks. You know, against Breach and Clear last time, it was 39-2 across the combined score. The last time they faced Breach and Clear. Against, you know, Mozzie's 34, they scored 34 points. You know, against Pineapples, 30 points. Blazing Claws, 37 points. You know, all these matches for Leviathan, they're putting up these massive, you know, 30, 40 point efforts. And this time being held to under 30 points by Breach and Clear, who also put up 5 combined themselves. And that is a massive difference just compared to a couple weeks ago when they faced off. So, tangible improvement from Breach and Clear. And once more, Leviathan just showing that, you know, they can indeed be contested by these teams. And especially as the weeks and months go on, that's the exciting thing, right? You just have to, one thing to be on top, but then to stay on top, that is the task. And Leviathan going to have a lot of work cut out for them, but doing very well so far.
Yeah, I mean, Breach and Clear certainly have been showing how they've been improving throughout this entire season. And I feel like we saw this one play in the second round where they just set up perfectly, and these passes came across from Breach and Clear, and it was picture perfect. I mean, it's plays like that it definitely sparks some interest, because you see teams like Leviathan just constantly doing these within games, and they're constantly finding points. And for Breach and Clear to kind of answer back there, making a statement that, hey, we can do that too. And that's definitely showing it's a good sign to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And with that said, that's going to conclude our OCE match here on stream tonight. And I want to shout out, of course, our sponsors over in ProTube VR, VR Cover, Rebuff Reality, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net. Our league moderators, Wit, Nada, Gilligan, Princess, Alacost, Sneaky Evil, Echo Zero, and Dano McFabulous. Thanks to the Twitch chat for joining. And any last words, PAMWOW? Now that you can't casters curse us anymore?
Yes. Thank you, Silveridge. It was great to see Silveridge in this game. Thank you, everyone in the chat for stopping by. Great to see you. You can see Sergeant and Agent are rooting for their team, and which is expected. I mean, hopefully they're not rooting for Leviathan. That'd be horrendous anyway. Thank you for everyone stopping by. And yeah, that's me signing out.
All right. Well, be happy, be healthy, be safe, be good to each other. And thank you again, Agent Victoria, PAMWOW, Howlman, Cyanide for stopping by. This has been Palidore and PAMWOW here on Echo Overtime. And we are
See you later, mates.
out later.